Evening from Pauling, New York. Eagle and Camo here. Camo's resting. We're getting some rest and refit. She's down here laying down, but all is well. She still has eye boogers, but she's happy, right? And we're super healthy. Just want to do a quick video update and about some foundation training and how I feel that it's been extremely beneficial for myself and some of the other veterans out there that might gain some benefit from it. And just a couple quick stories I wanted to share that of some really great results that I've been having with treating injuries on the trail as well as some chronic injuries. So I did a video a while back, and some of maybe you guys have seen that. Went out and gained some traction within the MARSOC community, and they reached out to foundation training, and from what it sounds like is there's a trial basis to bring them out and see how that looks, and start to be able to implement that into some of the training down at the pre-deployment training and whatnot. So I'm super happy to hear about that, and just going to tell a couple stories that have helped me to give it some benefit, and you know, maybe the people out there can use this to verify some people's thoughts about the program or what I got out of it. So chronic treatment for injuries, I was getting some great results using foundation training on a regular basis, 20 minutes to an hour every other day while on the hiking pretty consistently, and you know, just really had some great results treating some of the injuries that I've had over the last 3 to 7 years that have chronically been challenging me. Most importantly, two cool stories of some assistance what I was received from the training with Johnny Maggs down in Costa Rica. Super awesome instructor, and he's a protege underneath Dr. Goodman, and his training has been phenomenal in keeping me on the trail. So two quick stories. One, maybe a week and a half ago, I was on the trail. I thought I had a hernia for about 2 days. Was really having some challenges and pain in my hip and groin area, and got so bad that at evening at 10:30 at night I couldn't bend down to clean up my gear and put it back into my tent. I just couldn't bend down. I mean, it was that painful. It was in a pain of 7, and I had to wake up my hiking partner, and you know, which I really didn't want to do, but I woke them up and asked them to help me, you know, gather up my stuff, put it in the bags. I really couldn't bend down. So I woke up in the morning, I was still in pain, and I thought I was gonna have to hike out to the hospital. I was like, man, that's it. I'm walking out, I'm going to the hospital, I'm off the trail, and I called Johnny Maggs, and he was like, man, he goes, dude, what are you doing right now? I was like, well, I'm about to walk to the hospital. He's like, get down. He's like, we're doing this right now. So, you know, I mean, incredible story. I got on 20 minutes of stretching because I had been doing it on a regular basis. He knew, you know, that I understood the benefits of the decompression breathing, the eccentric stretching, and I understood the philosophy behind it. It's not just one of those one-off type things. It takes a while to kind of understand the foundation aspect of it. But he put me only into 2 stretches, and 20 minutes later I came out of those stretches and I had a pain level of 0. So I went from 7 to 0. I hiked that 4 hours in the day with no pain, and the pain went up to like 3 or 4 in the afternoon. I stretched again the next day, and after that I haven't had an issue with it since. So I mean, fact and fear, proof's in the pudding. I mean, that's just what happened. And I actually, you know, so it sounds unbelievable, but that's the reality of where I was and what happened. And super appreciative to the foundation training folks, as well as to Johnny Maggs down in Costa Rica for taking my call. And you know, we're about to do a video call after this video update that I'm doing now right here in Pauling, New York. Beautiful setting, and I figured it was appropriate. We're looking at a beautiful American flag, a train down in New York City, and just a really cool town. Let's see if I can give you a view of the city here. Just a cool little town that you know, and that's a train there, the hour and a half into the city, little commuter town. But anyhow, Johnny Maggs has been cool enough to help me out, and he's going to do that video for me and help me with a couple other injuries. What I had was a knee injury is what I'm dealing with now, and similar story. 3 or 4 days ago, the bottom of my knee, my calf, and it just really was hurting. Every day on the trail, it's a challenging 22 miles a day, sun up to sundown, and you're putting your legs and your body through a lot. So, you know, kind of just give you the background of it's not an easy hike, but gaining incredible perspective out of it and enjoying it so much. But it is a lot of work, way more than I expected and way more expensive than I expected. But anyhow, the knee went out, and another situation like the hip, I thought I was going to have to walk off the trail. I called Johnny Maggs, and he was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm boulder hopping in New York, man." I'm like, and my knee's dying. He's like, "Dude, what are you at? You got a piece of grass?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got a 3-foot piece of grass." He's like, "All right, get down." So 20 minutes later of that, the stretch, he put me into 2 specific stretches on my ITB and the outer leg, which isn't important, but the key was I went from a pain of like 6 down to a pain of 3 in my knee, and I kept walking. And now I'm off the brace, and as long as I continue to, you know, knock those stretches out and do the decompression breathing, I'm getting incredible results with the oxygenation in my body and keeping those muscles limber. So he's going to video for me as soon as I get off this call. I wanted to have him on a 3-way call, but kind of became a little more complicated to do the video, and as most of you know, I'm not that technically savvy. So thanks again to everyone out there that's helped me do this and put the stuff online, and media, social media support from Miko, and the admin logistics support from Brian Schoening in the rear, and Miko Gordon. So I hope this video finds anyone well and becomes useful to you know, for you to use, and just hear a couple good stories that I found to be helpful. And I truly believe that the MARSOC community will benefit from foundation training. The Perez program, our human performance program, will definitely benefit from this program, and I hope that it becomes sustainable, where they train the trainers, the physical therapists, and the strength training coaches down at the company level to be able to understand and use this training to complement some of the other stuff we're doing, so guys know how to self-regulate, self-treat their body, and also get the benefits of the breathing, which helps with the reducing of the anxiety and stress, you know, situations that we deal with. So it's I couldn't say enough about it. Camo could do some foundation training, she would, but she does wake me up every morning and show me that she's got to do a downward dog stretch and incorporate that foundation training, even into my yoga, into my TRX work. Super awesome stuff. I can't say enough about it. And any questions, feel free to reach out to me or email me. Thanks again for all the donations from everyone out there. Sorry for the truck in the back. For all the donations out there that everyone's been putting, I appreciate it. We've raised $5,000 so far. We're hopefully getting to, we'd like to double that. So if there's anyone out there that you know that's appreciative of what the Marine Raider Foundation does and does for our guys that are wounded, sick and injured, I would appreciate any donations or forwarding on the Facebook or the Hike for You sites, which is where the money's being directly funded to them, as well as the SEAL Museum Canine for Warriors program. So anyway, that's all I got to say from New York. We're about to hit Connecticut, and hope to be up in Vermont in a couple weeks, and then Maine by mid-October. So we're gonna hike on, and feel free to email me or hit me up at ernest.adams3@gmail.com. That's ernest.adams3@gmail.com with any questions. All right, thank you.